Hey everyone, David here, Common Guy Crypto. Wanted to do and have long been overdue for my lunch money $250 to $1,000 challenge. This is my self challenge, and I was talking with Crypto Bill this morning, and seemed like this was a good enough time as any to go ahead and do that. So before I get going, just wanted to say I do appreciate all the love, up to just over 55 subscribers, and really trying to go for 100 this month. So if you can share the video, like the video, tell friends about the video, that would be great. I I got into crypto really because I was looking to improve my financial picture, aka make money. And I heard that the crypto market was rocking. I heard that Bitcoin went from some number to some other number, and then it was like $35,000, and it was out of my price range, and but that there was still a lot of money to be had. And so I kind of started with how I start with most things that I'm trying to get more information about. I gathered information and I was reading stuff, but I learn a lot better by watching videos and recordings. So I started on YouTube, which is where you are now. And I watched a ton of videos, and I was getting information and kind of trying to figure this all out. And not sure if I figured it all out or not, but I'm having fun, and it's keeping me out of trouble. So I had a ton of questions. I mean, an absolute ton of questions. And as most of you know, there's not, other than YouTube videos and self education, that's really kind of like the way to go to get more knowledge about this. And uh, I wanted to try this out and try my hand at it and see how I would do. So, one of the things that I did was I went to the App Store to see what crypto investment platforms were available that were easy to use on iTunes, and Voyager was one of those. And so I did some research into Voyager, and it looked like they had pretty decent reviews and were pretty responsive to concerns. And I also liked that on the Voyager app that there weren't any fees associated with trading, which is great for me. And I'll tell you more about that later. So I downloaded the Voyager app, JRNY Crypto. I was watching his uh, YouTube channel a lot, and I think he gives some great advice, specifically about buying long, dollar cost averaging, and things like that. But he had a referral link for the Voyager platform, and I clicked on the link to download the app. And I mean, it downloaded great. The interface was awesome, and it's still awesome now. Um, they get they have pretty decent reviews, 4.8 out of 5 on iTunes, and I've been really happy with the app. So as I mentioned, I was watching JRNY Crypto, and um, I clicked on his referral link, and that got me $25 in free Bitcoin. I was like, great, that's with the $100 initial investment, and so I was already kind of on my way. Incidentally, I did put my referral code to get you $25 in free Bitcoin in the description below. So if you want to support the channel, that's a great way to do it. And also, before I get too far into this, my attorney wife wants me to remind all of you that this is not financial advice. This is just what I did, and this is what I'm doing now. And that's why I'm sharing this, to kind of give you an idea for how I've gotten to $580 from my $250 start in early March. So, as I mentioned earlier, I got my $25 in free Bitcoin, which I invested into something else. And I don't remember what it was at the time. And so I'm starting with, some free Bitcoin and $100 of my own money. And I put another $150 in on top of that. And I said, okay, let's see how this goes. And I was buying stuff because there's a lot of stuff that you can buy in Voyager. And the app is really easy to work with. And so I started buying this stuff. And I'm watching the stuff in Voyager. And then I think like within a day, there were things that were going really up, really doing great. And then there were things that were going down. And I was like, whoa, what's going down? So I like jumped out of it really quick because, I was not familiar with the volatility that there is in the crypto market. Just, no experience with that whatsoever. And if you're new to this, there is a ton of volatility. And I still have not mastered the whole art of, the diamond hands and, holding on to the bitter end. And so, I bought, and I'll walk you through what I'm holding right now. I have a small amount of Bitcoin in this wallet, some Ethereum, Dogecoin, Chainlink, Polkadot, XLM, VeChain, Luna, Avalanche, HBAR, and STMX. And all of these projects, I've done some research on, and I think they're great projects. I like STMX. They just came out with a credit card, and they do cash back for shopping. VeChain, Chainlink, I think is going to be one of those projects that's going to 2x or 5x this bull run. DOGE, the DOGE I'm holding is it's house money at this point. I bought into DOGE at a nickel, and on 300-400 tokens, and rode it up to like 66 cents, and sold all of it except for those 44 at basically the 66 cents mark, and so made some money, and good stuff there. And this is what I'm holding on to for this month. And like VeChain's been great. And I'm hoping some of this stuff really starts pumping up. One of the things that when I stepped into the market that, I had some, no, let me say, there's some things that was not familiar with in terms of the crypto market that I think it's important to just mention. When all of my prior investing experience had really been in stocks and bonds and things like that. And so I never really had this experience where I was investing in something where there was a finite number of it. So like Bitcoin, for instance, Bitcoin max circulation is 18,708,187 Bitcoins, plus whatever small amount gets mined on a regular basis. That's it. There's no more. And every year it shrinks because people lock it up in their crypto wallets. They forget the passwords, things like that, and then it just gets lost to the universe. And so, I really had approached this from the standpoint of buying on a unit basis, UNIT base bias. And my bias was that, I preferred to buy whole coins, multiples of coins, as opposed to fractions of coins. So my bias was, I can only buy 0.01 Bitcoin, but I can buy a whole Litecoin, or I can buy thousands of XRP. And for some reason, it just feels better to me to buy a whole number as opposed to a fraction of a unit. And so my tendency was towards tokens that cost pennies in the hopes that they would moon to $1 or more. But I think that some of my thinking on that was a little backwards, potentially. And while that was a good initial, it got me into the space and got me thinking, I did wind up, I am now holding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I mean, you can see that the Ethereum is at $36.67, and it started at $25 because that was my $25 initial reward for clicking on that link. The $25 that's in the Bitcoin right now, or the 2480, that it came from Crypto Bill and his referral that I was able to get. So just want to encourage you to think about the bias that you may have towards buying parts of a whole coin, because I really think that at some point down the road, Bitcoin, for instance, is really going to moon. And there are folks out there that are predicting that in 20 years, there's going to be a $10 million Bitcoin. And so if somebody asks me in 20 years why I don't own any Bitcoin, at $10 million a token, I'd be like, it's too expensive. And then they would say, well, when it was $50,000, why didn't you buy one? And I said, well, it's too expensive. But I mean, the reality is that I could probably, pool a lot of money in and get a fraction of one. And to do that, to get a 200x return on it, just might be worthwhile to do from a family standpoint for a long-term investment. Just real quick on the long-term investments, my strategy is to buy and hold and to reallocate. I do not day trade. I do not margin trade. I don't know a lot about that, but I do know that buying and holding to reduce fees for some of the platforms that have fees is really a good way to go. The Voyager app has really allowed me to get in and get my feet wet. I hope that you liked the video that I produced today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you want to see me do a deep dive into any of the crypto assets I'm currently holding, let me know. And if there's anything that you're thinking about buying that you think I should look at, I did get a request from Crypto Bill to do a look at Tron, and I'm going to do that later in the week. And there's a couple other ICOs that I'm going to take a look at. So I hope that you liked this video today. If you did, can you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel? And keep in mind that I recorded lunch money on my lunch break today at work. I thought it was fitting. So hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Hope Student Coin rocks, and that we all continue to make money in the crypto market. I don't think there was anything else that I really wanted to say, except that, I still have a ton of questions, but I'm learning more every day, and that's definitely really cool. I like to think some days that I have an idea of what I'm doing, but really, I don't know that I have any better of an idea than I did 2 months ago when I started this, but I am making money, and that's fun, and I think that's why I'm here. So Common Guy Crypto out, and talk to you soon. Bye.